Hello, fourth grade. Today we're going to start in the jungle. So that's what we're going to be doing. I'm going to try to keep the video 20 minutes or less. This is my second time recording the video. The other time I recorded it, it didn't upload. So I'm going to try, and I've lost it. So I'm going to try again. Hopefully this one works. So here we go. This is the music. The Lion Sleeps Tonight. And you can see I starred the top 4 lines because the song just repeats. The bottom 4 lines are the same as the top 4. So don't even worry about the bottom part of the song. Just focus on the top 4 lines. And I want you to notice, so star those. At the end of the 4th line, we have repeat dots. And at the beginning of the 3rd line, we have repeat dots. We are going to repeat these 2 lines. So it's going to be do 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 do. Whoops, I pointed at the wrong spot. My bad. So here we go. Do 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 do. So we're gonna repeat that section. So once you get done with the Whim Away section, we go back to the beginning of the Whim Away section. Then after that, you can go back to the beginning and play it all again. But we start at the beginning of the song, okay, when we play it. We start here. And then when we get to the last 2 lines, we play the last 2 lines twice. And then we go back to the beginning if you want. If you want to end the song, after the Whim Away part, you just end on G. And that can be your end. In the Whim Away part, we have 3 notes stacked on top of each other. Those are chords. And I listed all the notes in the chord above the chord. And this is the same chord. It just repeats. Okay, like this. And then it goes to the next chord. Back to this one. Then this one. If we were all in class together, I would divide the class up, and some of you would play the B, some would play the G, some would play the D. But since you're going to be playing this on your own, I want you to circle the first note of each chord, and that's the note you're going to be playing. And this is the rhythm. It's a long, short rhythm, a dotted 8th note with a 16th note. Okay, so it's long, short, long, short, long, short, long, short. So it'd be B, 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 C, 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 B, 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 A, 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 A. And then you would repeat that and go back to the B. Do it again. So it'll sound like this. Repeat. Okay, so that's the Whim Away part. Now we're going to be looking at the beginning of the song. Let me grab my recorder here. Okay. Okay, remember, right hand on the bottom, left hand on the top, but this is all a left hand song. So your right hand isn't going to be doing anything in this song besides holding the recorder from the back or maybe from the bottom. But remember, don't let your fingers cover any holes down here because that will affect the song. Remember, flat fingers. You want to be able to look in the mirror and see your nails. like this, the whole nail. Not if you're playing like this or even like this, that's on a slant. That's not what we want. We want flat fingers to totally seal those holes. Now, I'm going to play it from the beginning with the repeat at the whim away part, and then I'll end on a G. Okay, so what we're going to be doing this week, practicing at home, outside of this video, at least 15 minutes, more than 15 would be great. I would like you to play that whim away part in rhythm, so we can try that together right now. When you do your, the different notes, your tongue needs to touch the top of your mouth, the hard part of your mouth behind your teeth for each of those notes. Okay, and that's how you get a nice note there. My brain is not working for the correct term. Articulation, that's it. Good articulation. So let's try that part together. Ready? B, 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 C, 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 B, 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 A, 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 B, 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 C, 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 B, 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 A, 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 A. Okay, now we're going to look at the beginning of the song, which is the first two lines. There isn't the first line is really not that hard, honestly. Okay, so we're gonna do it one time through the first line without rhythm, no rhythm. G, A, B, A, B, C, C, cover the back hole. Now B is next. We're in the second measure of the first line. B is next. B, A, G, A, B, A, G, B, A. Okay, now we're going to do that again, but very slowly with trying to do the correct rhythm. If you want to rewind at this point and play through those notes without rhythm, do what we just did again. If you had any struggles with what we just did, please rewind, or on your own, play through the first line, just going from note to note, not thinking about the rhythm of the song. When you can do that smoothly, you might need to use your note chart. Remember, this is G, and this is your left hand, G, left hand, A, B, Again, G, A, B. These are very easy notes. And then we have a C, which is this. Cover the back, C. So let's play those notes again. Just the notes that are in the song, but we're not playing them from the song. Just play these notes. G, A, B, C. Now on the next line of the song, there's another note that's added, and that's D, which is don't cover the back hole. Don't cover. So put your thumb below the hole, and it's your middle finger. This is the high D, and you have a high D twice in the second line. All right, so now we're going back to the first line. We're going to do it in rhythm very slowly with me. And that last note is that long because it's a whole note. The rhythm in this song has quarter note triplets, which are not the easiest to count. So let's say the notes in rhythm together for the first two lines. And just, you're going to have to listen to the recording of the song if you're not familiar with how the rhythm goes. And I sent a link for a recording of the song. So G, A, B, A, B, C, B, A, G, A, B, A, G, B, A, D, B, A, B, D, C, B, A, G, A, B, A, G, B, A. All right. And then we would go into the Wimoweh part. Let's say that together too. B, 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 C, 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 B, 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 A, 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 A. And then you would repeat that starting with the third line. Okay. The second line, I want you to practice going from D, don't cover, to B. D, don't cover, to B. All right, so let's do that a few times together. D, B, D, B, D, B. Go back and forth with it on your own. D, B. And you can pause right now if you're struggling going back and forth quickly. Please pause and go back and forth slowly from D, don't cover, to B. Remember, you have to cover for B. All right? And once you get that down, unpause. And now we're going to do another section in the second line that tends to be hard for people. It's B, D, C, B, D, C. It's in the first measure going into the second measure of the second line. I'll show you what I'm talking about right now. What we just did D, B, D, B. Okay, when we have the D in there, it kind of is tricky because you got to lift off your back thumb, which you're not too accustomed to doing. So we're starting right here at the B, D, C, B, B, D, C, B, B, D, C, B, B, D, C, B. That's where we want to be practicing right now. B, D, C, B. So it goes. Okay, so B, D, C, B. Whoops, wrong spot for the phone. There we go. Okay. B, D, C, B. Again, play it with me. B, D, C, B. Again, B, high D, high C, put your thumb down, B. Okay, now we're going to play the second line very slowly. All right, let's do that again. Second line very slowly. Okay, so some of you guys might be really out of practice right now if you haven't been practicing. Oh, I also wanted to remind you that that lesson on Mozart that you watched last week was because the Andante song is a theme from a real Mozart song. So that's why I wanted to teach you about Mozart. And I know we learned about Mozart when you were younger, but I thought it would be a good review for you. Anyway, Lion Sleeps Tonight is not by Mozart. If you find yourself that you're out of practice right now, what I want you to do is review these notes in this song: G, A, B, C, high D, don't cover. Review those notes. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 notes. Review those 5 notes. And also this week, I want you to play through the notes in this song in the order that they are in this song. And you don't have to do it in rhythm right now, but the better you get at going from note to note, then you can start adding the rhythm in. But I want your goal to be by next week to be able to play from note to note smoothly. And so those were the notes of the first line. Now that was not in the correct rhythm. If you can play it that quickly, going from note to note, you can start adding the rhythm in. Now that still is probably too fast for you. Even after 1 week of practicing this, you'll probably need to go slower, more like this. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have played it so fast. That was nice, slow tempo. That's what you should shoot for at this point. When you get better at it, then you can go faster. Now I'm going to play the second line in that same slow tempo. And then you'd go into the whim-away part. All right, so practice the notes as best you can. Remember, it's the top 4 lines of the song. Remember, on the whim-away part, you need to circle the first note in the section, and that note repeats, in case you didn't catch on to that. Let me just tell you that real quick. So we're playing this B, and it goes B, 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 C, 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 C. So whim away, a whim away, a whim away, a whim away, a whim. Okay, so I didn't write in the note B, 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 B. I didn't write it in because it's the same note. You're playing it, so you might want to write that in. And let me show you what that would look like. Okay, so here I wrote it, there's the first one, it's circled B, then I wrote it again, B, 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 C, and then you'd write C over every stack of notes until you get to the next chord, and this one is B, so you'd write B over all those stacks of notes, just like I did there. Okay, so hopefully that makes sense. Then A, 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 A. All right. If you need to do that, you can write that in. If you don't need to, you just know you repeat that note for every stack of notes. It goes C, 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 C. If you can remember that, then you don't need to write it in. All right, so do the best you can on this song this week. Go slow, practice the notes going from one note to the other. And we will just keep working on this song. So remember, try to practice at least 20 minutes, and that means outside of watching this video. But if you want to watch the video more than once, if that helps you, that's fine. And then after the first video, that would count towards your practice time. But you'll get better the more you practice. Remember, left hand on top. Left hand song. This is a left hand song, and left hand on top. Nice flat fingers so you can see your nails, all your nails, not on a slant. Not on a slant. Nice flat fingers so you can see all your nails. Okay. All right. Good luck, guys. I miss seeing you. And I hope you're trying to have some fun at home. And I really miss being at school with you guys. So, it's just the way it is. But try to make the most of it and stay safe. And I will be sending you another video soon. Bye-bye.